Dearly beloved children of God, in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, as we navigate through personal losses, traumatic memories, and struggle with the images of our neighbors' suffering, in the wake of regional conflict, global unrest, economic challenges, and the start of a year pressed with uncertainties, it would be frightening and damning if this is all there is to life. Nevertheless, there is one fact in which we can find peace, and it is the fact that the world is still owned by the one who creates it and who is still in love with his creatures in spite of the mess we have caused through yielding to sin. Amidst it all, God is calling us to still stand faithful. He uses these circumstances to remind us that he is the only one that changes not. And regardless of how much we possess in life, he is still the owner of everything. The psalmist David in Psalm 24 verse 1 declares, "The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, the world and they that dwell therein." The word fullness in this text comes from the Hebrew word malo. Fullness embraces every continent and seas, but fullness is also a scientific word. It encompasses every atom, all the microbes and bacteria, all that fills and constructs suns and stars, galaxies and universes. It's everything that man has seen under a microscope and through the Hubble telescope. All falls within the scope of his ownership. He states in Leviticus 25 verse 23 that the land is his. In Haggai 2 verse 8 that all the silver and gold is his. In Psalm 50 verse 10 to 12 that all the beasts and the cattle are his, for the world is his and the fullness thereof. And in Romans 14, 8 and 9, he reveals the depth of his ownership by declaring he owns both the living and the dead. God owns everything, and there is no one like him. No rivals, no comparisons. Back in the early 1890s, when Australia was in the depths of a severe depression caused by the banking crisis, the reduction in export market prices, the withdrawal of overseas investment, repetitious industrial conflicts, and a long-term drought that crippled the farming industry. In the Review and Herald, August 21, 1894, paragraph 7, the aging and ailing Ellen wrote this statement. She said, "In this country, times are very hard and money is very scarce. Some will learn lessons of economy at this time who never knew what economy was before. Yet, we should not forget that we are in the service of God and that he owns us and he owns the world. Though we are all poor and unable to do large things, the Lord calls upon every soul to practice self-denial in this time of scarcity and be able to give, not grudgingly, nor of necessity, but with cheerful gratitude for God's unspeakable gifts." This statement is as true for Western Jamaica now as it was in Australia then. God is calling us as faithful stewards to recognize he owns everything. And as we stand in recognition of his ownership this month, let us commit our strength, skill, time, talents, opportunities, and means to the advancement of his mission. For in so doing, we are putting God first.